So hey everybody, welcome back to the Unspoken Opinion. My name is Jackie.
I'm Simi.
Jocelyn. Kristen.
Yeah, that's it. So
Wow.
I keep thinking there's like
Six
more
of us.
but it's not.
It's only 4 today.
Just us four.
That's 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So today I asked everybody to come and we're going to talk about body image. So I had everybody think of like one or two things about their body that they're maybe insecure about that they are willing to share. So
Sun's out, guns out.
so you're not insecure about them guns though.
Gains.
Gains. So yeah, so I'll start. So one of the things that I've been insecure about has been my body shape. I swear my whole family is like curvy. They got the hips and the butts and the chest, obviously. And I came out with nothing. I've always viewed myself as like a ruler. Insert ruler here. And so it's always been, it's just always something I've been aware of, and it's, I guess, as I got older, it's been something that I've viewed as like a negative thing. So I feel like it's not as big of a deal now. It's not something that I really just think about now. I mean, I guess for other people that are curvier, they have issues with like fat shaming and biases and finding clothes that fit them. So that's, I guess, a positive thing. I don't have to worry about finding my clothes in the store because there's always my size there because I'm so small. So, but yeah, that was something I've always been insecure about because I'm just like, what the heck happened, Jesus? I mean, you poured everything out with everybody else. I don't understand why I didn't get any of it. But
Open up a window, pour you had a blessing, and that window was closed.
He was like,
So are you progressing with it? Or is it like...
yeah, I don't really think about it much anymore. I mean, I will say that I feel like when I was a kid, it was never anything that I thought as a negative thing. It was just something that I was always aware of. And it wasn't until I got to college and people like made jokes that I thought of it as like, oh, so this is a negative thing. And that's when it started to become an insecurity.
So it wasn't until people pointed it out.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I've always known I was smaller than everybody else. Like, all of my friends have always had curves and, like, shape. And I've always seen myself as not having that. But I never thought of it as, like, a bad thing. It was just like, oh, I'm just smaller than everybody else.
You just knew it was different body types.
Yeah.
And
But I never thought it was, like, a bad thing. It wasn't until, like...
people was like, oh, she ain't got no booty.
Right.
Something like that.
Where the rest of you at? No, it wasn't, like, seriously, it wasn't until, like, people started making jokes about it that I was like, oh, so this is not a thing I should just be okay with. So that's when it started to become a thing that I actually had to, like, work to not feel bad about.
What do you mean a thing you should not be okay with? Like, I mean, you should be okay with how you feel.
I mean, I am now.
I
But, I will say it was, like, probably, like, a couple of years when it wasn't, I didn't feel good about my body. I didn't feel good about how I looked.
So was it like you were trying to Google things, like ways to get a bigger butt? Or...
Not the Google.
I don't know.
You and this booty, though.
That's what she said, like a ruler, so that means no butt.
Wow.
So, like, you know how people, they Google, okay, so how can I get a bigger butt? Like squats, lunges, Stairmaster. You know, like people, like, Google things that they want to change. I mean, Google has answered everything. So,
True.
Was it like...
I wasn't necessarily Googling
that?
stuff. I was comparing myself, and then I would, like, stare at my pictures. Like, I would look through pictures, and I'd be like, oh, my gosh, look at this. Like, I'm just there. Like, I just look like a piece of paper compared to everybody else.
Getting smaller.
Smaller and smaller.
The invisible man. So does it make it easier knowing that, like, you started being cool with it, and then you transitioned into not being cool with it, to transition out of the negative space? Does that make sense?
Make it easier?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's still insecurity. I guess I don't really know what you mean, but I don't feel like it's easier.
I think I understand what you're saying. So you're saying like, so because initially you still had the same issue, I don't know the word to use for issue with your body, but it wasn't like an insecurity per se until other people made it like known that wasn't something that most people like. I guess. So is it easier to transition back into, okay, I know this is my body type, but I'm not really insecure about it because I don't really care about what other people say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I guess because I mean now it's just kind of is what it is. Like my chest size is not getting any bigger. Like I'm almost 30.
If you gain weight, they usually grow because it's mostly fat tissue. So yeah. So when I
to be honest,
weight,
this is the biggest I've ever been. So I honestly don't think my body gets bigger than this. Like I eat a lot, and it's not always good food. So and I haven't gotten any bigger than this. So I don't think this is probably as big as my body's gonna get.
But you know, a lot of people are like, the things we're insecure about, a lot of people are like, dang, I wish. So that's another way to look
If
at
I could eat some more and look like you, girl.
Okay.
So my body image insecurity, I don't know another word for it that I want to use, but was my thighs. My thighs have always been big in my eyes. So what I did when I started my workout journey, I started doing leg days like crazy and turned them into muscle. So follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. Cause I got pants on right now. Can't see. But yeah, so it was hard to find pants that like fit my body type. They would either be too tight on the legs and then too big on the waist, or too big in the waist and too tight on the legs. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Yeah. So either way, it didn't work, you know. So I would wear guy pants because they were usually bigger in the thigh, but then they had like these are guy pants right here. So, but these are sweats, so it's different. So they have like I'll stand up and show. So they have this part that hangs extra versus like female pants. So yeah, but now that I've lost weight, I can wear girl skinny jeans and they fit right.
Yes,
skinny
So
jeans.
yes, and they show my booty right. These are sweats though. But
we get it. You're wearing sweats.
Okay, yeah, I'm wearing sweats. But yeah, so I just took that insecurity and switched it into something that I like. I mean,
Yeah. And you do have really nice legs.
Oh, thanks.
So.
Come on, legs.
That's very interesting because a lot of times you hear people like their body shape or like their face or hair or whatever. No, I don't think I've ever heard somebody say they didn't like their thighs. It's very specific.
Yeah, I've never heard. I just hear like an overall concept of their body image, but never like.
Even when my stomach was big, my thighs was like my main thing. Like I always felt like my legs were big. I don't know.
Never would have thought that.
Something about sitting down and your pants legs just like this. Like, I don't know.
How it like spreads out sometimes.
Yeah,
I like that though, because that's like the biggest part of my body. So I'll be like, yeah.
Hey, have you stunted thighs? I'm not a fan. Maybe it's also because my thighs rub together when I walk. And mess up your
Okay, my pants used to do that all the time, and like they get that like frayed part in the middle.
See, okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there. So I was always really small, so I never had that issue. But now that I actually have like a little bit of a butt back there, and my legs have gotten bigger, I have that issue, and I actually am proud of that. Like yes.
Oh, it used to be on my nerves. So many pants were like fine, but the little middle part, gotta toss it.
It doesn't happen in pants, but when I wear dresses and skirts, because like my pants, I wear a lot of skinny jeans, so like my pants are very, like they're really tight. So like my thighs are sucked in here. Like when I let these out, like my thighs are really big. So
Wow.
Vacuum seal pants.
It's like La Cienega on Proud Family when she takes her shoes off. It's
Oh
like,
man.
So like my thighs don't rub together when I wear jeans, but like skirts and dresses they do now, and I'm like, now I'm part of that community. Like I just I feel included now. So
So I guess my body image, whatever word you use, 2.5 seconds ago.
quote unquote.
Whatever you want to put in.
Whatever you want to. It really isn't a body thing, but like I have like an enormous forehead. It's like not the normal size that a person my age should have.
Your age?
Watch it.
No, I'm confused because I didn't know forehead sizes went with age.
Well, apparently mine does because it's gotten bigger as I've aged. So I don't know how these things work. It just like shrink. Like how does one? I don't know. So it's been very what's the word? I don't even know. Yeah. Can't wear certain hats. Must wear a hat to cover it up. I even tried bangs one time. That didn't work. So now it's just you get what you get, you know. Hopefully it doesn't grow anymore. But
I've never heard of this.
I look like an ass on this. I'm laughing at the whole thing. But it's just so funny.
I'm just saying, you know, you gotta embrace the mess, or you just gonna be a mess, you know.
Embrace the mess.
Or you just gonna be a mess.
Oh.
So are you good with it now?
I
Like
mean,
you
yeah.
just let it flourish?
Yeah, it took a while. But I mean, I still got those. Me and your forehead's big and your face is ugly, so it's
I'll
People
back that
still
up.
say that? People still say that? I thought that was more.
People say like 5 head. I've heard that.
I didn't think we said that like in our late 20s and you know.
Oh, you mean like kids teasing in school or whatever?
Yeah, like I
as
feel like
adults?
yeah, like we grown, bro. Why you worried about my forehead?
Okay,
What
yeah.
other
I've
things
heard
to talk
anybody
about?
say it like directly to me in a long time, but
Yeah.
Not as adult either.
I could see like if it was like memes and stuff on social media and they're like, oh, that person's got a big foot or whatever, stuff like that. But just seeing you in person, I wouldn't think anybody our age would be like, damn, you got a big forehead, something like that.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
That's
Really?
Crazy.
You'd be surprised.
That's wild.
Childish.
right.
Who has time? I mean, we have our own insecurities, but I don't have any business, nor do I have time or energy to be calling you out on what I think is like off about you, and why am I paying that much attention? Like, that's weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
So my insecurity is kind of opposite of Jackie's. When I was younger, I grew up with a bunch of beige people from the Caucasus Mountains.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting way to put that.
Yeah, they were beige. And so, you know, beige people are shaped different than black people. And so here I am with like thicker thighs, curvier, and I'm thinking there's something wrong with me. And then on top of that, I was in like dance, like ballet and all that kind of stuff. So you have these like super thin, skinny minis, and here I am again with the ballet skirt that like rides up 5 more inches in the back because I have a butt, and I'm like, oh, this is odd. So just like figuring out that, you know, in general, most black people are shaped different, and it's okay.
For sure.
That's interesting because I mean, we grew up around a lot of beige people too, the paler skins, and I guess because I was shaped more like them, that might be why I didn't view it as a bad thing until I got to college because I hung around all black people, and all the black girls had butts. So I was like, dang, I hung around a lot of white people, so I'm shaped like white people too.
I used to like not want to go swimming because I didn't want to wear a bathing suit. And then when I did, I used to get the ones that had like the the little
skirt
cover
thing,
up,
yeah.
and I would never take that off. And there was a period of time where I didn't get in the pool for like 10 years because I was like, I just don't want to be in a bathing suit because I didn't like how it looked.
Never knew that.
Yeah, so
I can feel that. I think that's probably why I wear shorts when I go like, to the pool and stuff like that. Cause like I don't like my thighs, so I wouldn't want to wear the bathing suit. I would wear shorts.
Yeah.
Cover them up. So.
Oh, mine had nothing to do with that. I just grown up in a conservative household. You just
Wear
wear shorts.
shorts.
Don't wear
Oh,
swimsuits.
no.
We had to wear swimsuits on, and we'd wear like shorts on top of it.
Like basketball shorts or something?
No.
Or,
I mean, shorts, period.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't have been opposed to it. I would have been like happy if somebody gave me some shorts to wear in the pool, really.
So I have another one. I'll share another one of mine. So I've always been insecure about like my face. I've always thought that I've had like a boyish face because there was somebody when I was a kid, there was a picture of me in like a football helmet, and they thought it was my cousin, my boy cousin. And I was like, that's me. And so ever since then, I've always thought that I looked like a boy because somebody thought that I was a boy in this picture of when I was younger. And I thought that this was an insecurity that I like dealt with, been through, passed it, and put it to bed until I cut my hair. And
Girl.
cut my hair, And literally the second she like showed me held the mirror up to my face, like the very first thought that went through my head was this was a mistake. This was a mistake, and I was like, immediately started thinking about like, okay, I can go get some braids. I can hit up so and so, see if she can do me some braids real quick, or maybe I can go get a weave made real quick.
Wow.
Like, because this is not going to work. Like, I made a mistake, and I'm wearing weave until my hair grows back out, because I'm not doing this. And then I immediately went to Walmart afterward and bought all the earrings in the jewelry store. Because I was like,
And then there's a
so I was like, you're not going to confuse me with the boy. And since I have cut my hair, I have not worn like some of my baggier clothes. Like I used to wear like these shirts that are a little bit bigger and like layer them. But before, it looked like a girly, like tomboyish look. But now with my hair, I feel like I would look like a dude. So those have sat in my closet since I've done this. And I wear earrings everywhere. And I make sure my eyebrows are done. And yeah, so it's an insecurity that's popped back up that I thought that I dealt with. And now that's a new struggle for me now, is getting used to how I look now.
Girl, I feel you on that. I get called sir too many times. It's crazy. And I don't think I have a boyish face. But I guess based off of the type of clothes I wear, sometimes people may think that. But I also wear, mainly my clothes are like female clothes. I feel like I'm shaped like a female. Like I said, I don't think I have a boyish face, but it happens all the time. And it's just crazy to hear that also from someone else that I see as a girly person. So to think, kind of do with the same type thing, and you're more girly, it kind of like makes you feel a little better. You know?
We all deal with the same stuff sometimes.
Yeah. So, but hey, I ain't going to buy no earrings, man. I got a couple pair, but I ain't. My thing is, I'm not gonna go. And this is nothing against what you do or whatever like that. But for me personally, I don't think I go out my way to do anything extra to make you understand who I am and to make myself feel more comfortable. Yeah, I get tired of being called sir. These little kids, they be like, are you a boy or a girl? Yeah. So, I mean, it does get kind of annoying sometimes, but I'd rather just do my own thing and just address it when it comes up versus me trying to change certain things or add certain things to myself to make me feel more feminine, because wearing earrings every day, that was stressful for me, you know, to remember that. Then I was like, oh shoot, I forgot, and I'm halfway to work or wherever I'm going. It was just be a lot for me. But yeah. Shout out to you, man.
It's also something for me too, because it's how I view myself. So right, I bought earrings for myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Same way. I will say this. Just because at the end of the day, you your biggest fan. A. B. Don't ever forget that the Lord said we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Amen.
Don't ever forget it.
Speaks.
Don't ever forget it.
I will say that it's not something that's like, for me anyway, my insecurities are not things that I think about all the time every day. They used to be like early 20s, I would say. But now I just embrace it. Like, this is how God made me. Everybody has something that they struggle with. These are just the ones that I struggle with. Everybody has their own, as we can clearly see.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes, you know, when you have like a bad day or something, sometimes it's just like, you know, I look like a boy or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's not something that is just like I'm thinking about constantly. I don't even like really compare myself anymore. But yeah, that's just my little piece.
And I think social media plays a big part in that. I think we'll have a different episode on that. Yeah. But like comparisons to other people, to ourselves, stuff like that. So you'll see some people lives look beautiful, they look beautiful, but you never know how many filters they put on. You never know how many surgeries they had. It's just so much that goes into it. Everyone has their own vices. Yeah. So you can't put people on pedestals and compare yourself to this person or that person. Just try to be as comfortable with yourself as possible and what you have your insecurities about. Just have those deep, dark conversations with yourself and push your way through. If you want to improve on it, or if you're just gonna deal with what you got, either way, it's your life. Just always support yourself and have a good supportive system around you also, because your peers can also influence how you feel about yourself too.
I'll also say for me, when I was going through those issues, I tried to start thinking about things that I actually really loved about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I personally feel like I have really great nails. Like, I don't even paint them anymore because they're like, I just really enjoy my nails. I think I have bomb nails. So, like, I mean, yeah, okay, this is XYZ, but like, come on, these nails are like really bomb.
They do look like she got a French tip.
All the time. All the time. It's just my nails. Or just like other stuff. That's just the one I could think of off the top of my head. But I mean, you balance it out with, okay, yeah, I don't really like this about myself, but I love this about myself. Right. And those are the things that I choose to focus on.
And I will say, even though my forehead's not getting smaller, when I do keep up with my eyebrows,
first of all, your eyebrows be bomb. She has like really thick eyebrows naturally. It's kind of weird. Because mine are not.
This head is.
She took them all in the womb.
She took everything.
I could have split something 50-50.
Listen, this head ain't getting no smaller, but y'all can't tell me about these eyebrows.
There's some stuff that used to bother me that I think is funny now. Like, I have really long toes.
Last minute, go boulevard.
But it's like, my feet are small. I wear a size like 6, 6.5, but my toes are just really long for my foot.
Let me see.
Never.
And my mama calls them finger toes. She calls them finger toes. And it used to bother me, and when I was younger, I used to pick up stuff with my feet a lot. And it didn't occur to me that, like, not everybody did that.
It's a skill. It's a talent.
Right. But I can do it because my toes are so long. And now, like, we're just laughing about it. Like, it's just funny now.
In the Olympics.
Do what?
They got that in the Olympics.
Maybe.
But I've seen a video of, like, these people that were born without arms, so they use their toes to, like, do everything right, stuff like that. Yeah. That's talent, girl.
I mean, I can pick stuff up with my foot, like the crease between. Oh my gosh, the crease between like the balls of my feet and my toes. I can pick stuff up there, but I don't. I'm pretty sure I can't do what you do. It has to be something big too, like my phone or something. I can't pick up like small stuff.
I'll be picking up like pins and like Legos and stuff.
Maybe a pen if it's like a thicker pen. I can't do like a pen.
I want to pick something up.
I know. Try that out.
My second body image insecurity thing was my head in general, not just my forehead. I think my forehead is kind of decent, but my head in general. I was called big head as a kid growing up, which I think a lot of people were though. I think that was just the number one thing to call people.
You have a big head?
Oh. Well, no, I don't. But if you hear it enough, you start to think it. So that was another reason why I didn't want to cut my hair. I grew locks for the first time, I think, in like 2013. No, I don't know, like 2016, something like that. But I didn't want to do the cut because I thought I had a big head. Like, this was when I was 25 or something, and I still had this insecurity about my head size. So I did get a haircut this summer, chopped it all off. I was like, dang, my head looks small. So this whole time, I'm tripping about my head size, and then I cut my hair, and it's actually small. So, yeah, that's it.
That's another thing I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's insecurities, I wouldn't have thought anything of it.
That just shows you how powerful, like, your own mind is. Like, that you think about yourself. And also, it's important to think about what you're allowing to come in, what you're receiving. Because, like I said, I've been called big head, like, all my life since, like, elementary school, middle school, whatever. And, people see things as, like, jokes that they say to you, but that stuff really can resonate with you. And that can be the image that you have of yourself after that.
The power of the tongue.
Yeah.
Especially as kids, when you're, like, forming all these opinions about yourself.
Yeah.
It's important, if you have kids, to instill the confidence in them, give those words of affirmation at a young age, because that influence of others is huge.
Yeah. I did have another question. Was there, I think everybody kind of touched on it, but was there ever do you remember like the point when your thoughts about yourself shifted from being positive to negative? Or was it like something constant, like it's always been a negative thing, or has it ever just been like, I think this is kind of when I started seeing negative things about myself?
When you started seeing it?
Or started thinking, or started like picking stuff out about yourself that you didn't like?
My point was when my mama called my toes finger toes. That was it for me.
And she probably thought it was like just
The funniest thing. But I was like,
Yeah. Oh, and that makes me think of this, not really a quote, but it was like your intentions don't really matter. It's the impact. Because you can have the intent of just joking with someone, but that impact could be very different. Like, she may have been joking with you about your
I'm
toes.
sure she was.
But that impact, it really like made you think about how long your toes was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you also got to think about the impact of your words. So
you have to be very mindful. Perception and how it's received is really key. Especially so those are some of our insecurities, kind of how we've kind of worked through them. That was, I don't know for y'all, that was a lot for me. I'm not used to being that transparent. So but we hope that you guys enjoyed our transparency and can really take something from that. And I think one of the main things is you never really know what people are struggling with. Things that are good things for me weren't necessarily good things for everybody else. And so it's really all about perception and how you do yourself. So, and that's